Hey, sorry about that, you guys. My battery died. It was fully charged when I started this chapter. So I had to throw my spare ends right now. And we're almost done with this one. We have like 6 pages left. If you've watched through all of this with me so far, thank you for watching. I know it's a lot of information. I know this chapter is pretty lengthy. We started on page 213 and we're on page 230 right now. And I was reading this paragraph when the battery had died, so we're going to go ahead and start over with this part. So when Saturn is benignly aspected, the organs and functions affected by vibratory influences of that planet operate in a normal manner. But when Saturn is adversely aspected, its operations in the human body tend to inertia, contractions, restrictions, decay, or dissolution, and serious disease results unless the individual is aware of what is necessary in order to counteract the influence. Herbert Spencer said, quote, "Life is a continual adjustment of internal conditions to external environment," end quote. A statement which we all know is absolutely true, just as much as the axiom of the ancient wise men, quote, "As above, so below," end quote. And that part right there, as above, so below, is written in the Emerald Tablet by Hermes Trismegistus. As above, so below, as within, so without. Whatever is happening within you, you manifest outside of you. And however things were created above us is how things are also created below us. All is one and all is the same. Events in the solar system have a corresponding effect in the human system, because everything in the solar system has been instilled within the human system through the sympathetic nervous system. Remember that 7 nerve ganglia. Much food for thought is furnished by the divisions of the zodiacal circle, taken in connection with the various periods of vital activity that determine the course of life. The planet Uranus makes the circle of the heavens in 84 years, which is its, quote, year, end quote. And as this planet is one that has a special influence over man in a spiritual sense, its, quote, month, end quote, or passage through a 12th part of the circle, might well be expected to exercise an influence on the life of man comparable to that exhibited to that expressed in the physical world by the sun during the various monthly stages of its annual course. The fact that during each period of 7 years a complete change is known to take place in the physical body, as testified to by physiologists, tends to support this theory of the sun ruling over each 7 years of life. Tends to support this theory of a sign ruling over each 7 years of life. So every 7 years, kind of like that 7-year cycle, certain signs are in rule of the greatest influence from that specific planet. Like right now, we are known to enter the age of Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. I believe I already said that in one of my videos. And Uranus is my ruling planet. Uranus in the metaphysical side of Saturn. And it's okay. Sign, period, 7 years of life, and certainly the period of 84 years may be taken as a life cycle. So we're going to be in this age of Aquarius for 84 times 7 years, because 84 years would be considered 1 year, because that's how long it takes for that life cycle around, for Uranus to go around the sun once. And that one full orbit would be considered 1 year on Uranus. without necessarily regarding it as marking the limit of normal human life. In this sense, this 84 years of life will correspond to the 1 Earth year, or the circle of the zodiac. Let us now consider the division of the zodiac into 4 grand quarters, resembling spring, summer, autumn, and winter, which the reason why we do have these different seasons on the planet is simply because of the Earth being rotated on its axis. Because if it was just in a straight line going in a straight circle, then there would possibly only be 2 seasons, because